I'm Kev with Living in Fort Lauderdale with Kev and Suze. We're going to give you a lot of reasons why you should consider moving and living down here in Pompano Beach. Pompano Beach is one of the nicest areas in South Florida. It's home to just about anything that you could want and you could be looking for. There's a lot of old-time charm from some of the older areas like Collier City and Old Pompano Beach, and there's a lot of new stuff going on. Renovation and regentrification and everything kind of getting cleaned up. So we're going to talk about some of the reasons that we've seen, some of the reasons that we've heard to live and move to Pompano Beach. The first reason, of course, is the beach. It's in its name. It kind of makes sense there. Pompano Beach is one of the largest beaches in South Florida. It's also one of the widest beaches, so you really get a lot of beach life and beach to use there. With that comes a lot of the amenities that you would find with some of the other different beaches too, kind of combined into one. Pompano Beach is huge for snorkeling and for scuba diving. A lot of the wrecks and a lot of the things that have gone down as far as the reef and everything else are up around Hillsborough Inlet, which is the northern end of Pompano Beach. Some of the flatter, wider beaches are going down south, going down towards Lauderdale by the Sea, which is the south end of the beach. In the middle is a big pier, the Pompano Beach Pier, which was basically redone in 2020. They widened it considerably, and they also made it about 900 feet long, so they can attract not only fishermen and anglers and all kinds of folks coming down for fishing and for relaxing, but for folks who want to go out for a nice leisurely walk, and for folks who are into one of the most popular things at the beach, people watching. The pier is definitely something to check out, and they've actually created like a little village in front of the pier. It's kind of a nice welcoming for folks coming into Pompano Beach, and it's keeping a lot with what the theme is of the beachfront area in Pompano Beach. They want to make it attractive and appealing to just about everyone. Young, old, families, singles, everybody in between. Anything that you could possibly want to do, you can pretty much have an opportunity down at the beach.
Even me?
There's all kinds of water sports that you can do, surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling, as we talked about. You can go out and you can rent jet skis, you can do all kinds of stuff at the beach. And there's a lot of folks that are also walking around looking for seashells and picking up the seashells, and you'll see people that are just relaxing, soaking up the sun and tanning their tonsils.
What did he just say?
Tanning their tonsils. Really a fun area to be in as far as the beach goes. Some of the other nice things about the beach is that they've made tremendous strides in keeping the beach clean and making the entryway into the beach a lot easier to use. There are comfort stations that are basically every 300 or 400 yards. And then also at certain times of the year, they have all kinds of parades. Halloween coming up, there's going to be all kinds of fun things for Halloween trick-or-treaters for the kids. And going into the holiday season, there's an incredible decoration down at the beach for that. So again, the beach is definitely one of the main reasons to go look at Pompano Beach. Now, kind of in conjunction with the beach itself and the renovations they've done with the beach, the city has really done a tremendous job of kind of going back in and building Pompano Beach up into something that people can really want to come to and be proud to live in. Not that it wasn't necessarily that way, but a lot of the stuff in Pompano Beach has just been either vacant land or old land that was really never used, or was land that was formerly, kind of industrial land or anything like that. They've basically been going back and trying to build up some of the beach areas by basically from scratch, cleaning things up. They did a recent initiative to move a very famous historical monument, the McNabb House, to a better area to where people can see it, people can visit it. They're going to turn it into a museum. Again, it's kind of keeping with the idea that they want Pompano Beach to be a place that everybody wants to go to and feels comfortable going to.
The historic McNabb House, established in 1926, was moved 5 blocks away in March of 2020. And this is part of the community redevelopment. With this, there's going to be visions of transforming this area and having this open to the public for a botanical garden to include a tea house. There's going to be a restaurant, outdoor space, a courtyard with visions of children playing. There's going to be a children's garden, a play structure, small performance plaza, and there's going to be a learning classroom.
The redevelopment basically started back in 2018, 2019. Had a little bit of slowdown during COVID, like most things did, but it's still going on now. It's supposed to end sometime late 2023 or 2024. It really just kind of depends, but they're also coming up with a lot of new innovative things and a lot of new things to kind of make it kind of a neat thing for everybody to do. But they're not turning it into kind of the old time beach area where you have like go-kart tracks and you have all kinds of rides and amusements and stuff like that. They want it to be a place where people want to go and they want to hang out and they want to stay. And they can either come and hang out and they can visit it for a day, they can visit it for a week or a month. If they so choose, they can actually choose to live down there, which is ultimately one of the goals, make it a place that everybody wants to really look forward to coming to and to kind of call it home. Just like a lot of the hospitality stops that we saw just a few minutes ago, they have a lot of playgrounds, and they have the safe rubber floors for the kids, for the young, and also for the young at heart. So a lot of good things for the kids to be able to be outside, kind of get some exercise, get the fresh ocean air, enjoy themselves, give the parents a little break and everything else. So obviously there's a lot of new attractions and a lot of new entertainment things and a lot of new innovations. We talked about the fishing pier, which is certainly a focal point. Now, kind of one of the cooler things about the pier is that it's built around some of the restaurants, some of the newer restaurants and some of the new entertainment venues down there. So you have some awesome places to go eat. Oceanic fine dining place. Right next door to it is Lucky Fish, just a casual kind of hanging out in a tiki bar type of an atmosphere. Further down the street, you have Beach House, which has been a long time favorite of folks coming to South Florida. And folks that have come down from New York, New Jersey, Chicago, all know about the Beach House. One of the restaurants that has really taken off is a place called the Pier 6 Rooftop Bar. Basically, you're on top of a hotel, and instead of keeping the bar and the restaurant area for hotel guests, they've actually opened it up so that anybody can come up. It's cool for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is that you're above everything else, and you can see basically for miles and miles. But they've made it in such a way that it's not a bar, it's not a restaurant, it's kind of a place where folks want to hang out. It's the entire rooftop of the building. So you have a restaurant area, you have a bar area, but you have a lot of lounge area. It's really, really cool, and it's really, really nice. And on a clear day, which we have quite a few of them, about 320 of them throughout the year, you can see way out into the beach, you can see kind of what's going on. It's a really, really cool area to kind of hang out at. It's not to be missed. Suzanne and I have checked it out a couple of times, and we absolutely love it. That in itself is actually worth the trip down to Pompano Beach. I was just reminded of one of the most popular drinks up at the Pier 6 Rooftop Bar. It's the coconut mojito. Now, if you haven't had this, it's wonderful. It's kind of a cross between ambrosia and wonderfulness. You can actually get it with alcohol or without alcohol, so you're not really missing anything, so you can still enjoy it both ways. It's just a great place to be, and it kind of really feeds into the whole beach type atmosphere and the beach type attitude of being down here in Pompano Beach. Some of the other great things about Pompano Beach is actually with all this great things that's going on, Pompano Beach, it's still really an affordable place to live. The average price for homes is about $215,000, which is a little lower than a national average. It can go up, it does go up. Prices for condos start $50,000 to $60,000, and beachfront condos on Galt Mile, they can be as much as $1 million or $2 million for the penthouse units. Townhomes, villas, they start somewhere in the high 80s to low 90s, and they can go up to also just over $1 million depending upon where you're at, what's going on, and where you're looking. And then single family homes, again, median price is $215,000. Really what you're looking at is something, and that starts for the kind of the 55 plus areas that are a little further away from the beach. They can also go up to some of the more opulent ones like $5, $6, $7, $8 million. So there's really something for everybody as far as real estate goes down there. And you'll find that the taxes themselves are actually pretty reasonable. Don't forget, Florida has no state income tax. And also in Broward County, if you make this your primary residence, you will also get the homestead exemption, which is something that can help out dramatically. It can actually reduces the value upon which your house is assessed. That's a huge, huge plus for a lot of folks coming down here. There's also a lot of other things about Pompano Beach. There's wonderful parts. There are private golf courses and public golf courses if you like those. Again, there's all kinds of restaurants and there's all kinds of places to go out and kind of hang out. Basically anything that you would want. And actually right now, Pompano Beach has done a very, very good job of kind of keeping the infrastructure in pace with kind of the growth. Some of the other areas in South Florida, especially if you go a little further south where you'll see all kinds of traffic. I'm not going to mention any names, not Miami, but you'll kind of get a lot of congestion and a lot of confusion, a lot of everything that's going on. Pompano Beach has done a wonderful job of trying to make it so that it's easy to get into and it's easy to get out of, so you don't have that frustration that comes with congestion, or the congestion also comes with frustration, depending upon how you look at it. Centrally located, very, very close to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. It's also just a little bit south of Palm Beach International Airport, so you can kind of get to it from anywhere you're going to go to. We've been down here for a number of years. We love it. We absolutely love Pompano Beach. The folks here have been very, very warm, very, very welcoming. It's a really, really nice mix of a lot of different things. You'll see a little bit of everything from everywhere, and it seems to mesh and melt together very, very well. So again, making for the warmth and making for the friendship and the friendliness that you get being down here in Pompano Beach. Hopefully this has given you some food for thought. Hopefully it's answered some of the questions that you have. If you like what you hear, please feel free to subscribe to our channel. Tip the bell, and we'll let you know when anything comes out. Again, if it's your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We'd love to have you. This is Kev, living in Fort Lauderdale with Kev and Suze. Take care until next time.